Hello YouTube, and welcome back to the first episode, I guess, of Let's Play Dead Cells. This is just a very quick stream just to make sure that my new setup that I have of two monitors is actually working. So, in this video, I'm going to be playing this game, obviously, called Dead Cells. And it's one of my favorite games right now. It's like my current obsession. And I'm not going to talk too much about it because I'm just trying to get through quickly, kind of. I mean, I told myself beforehand I wouldn't really kill any enemies and I would just kind of go as fast as I could to get through the game quicker, just to test. Dang it, I was trying not to get hit. Totally shouldn't have gotten hit though. I think I could have easily dodged that. So where am I going? I need to go this way. So yeah, I'm not gonna necessarily be discussing everything that's going on in the game. I'll save that for like an actual episode or something. But I am finding it much more difficult to speak than I thought it would be. Thought it'd be like, oh yeah, sure, I can be a YouTuber. But I did want to mention, hello Jarvjam, welcome to the stream, thank you for joining. I did want to mention that yes, I did basically not stream this week except for this episode. Just sort of wanted to explain why not. Kind of, I would say personal stuff happening on in my life that kind of kept me from streaming. Yes, I technically could have streamed, but just wasn't really gonna happen, I guess. But yeah, so I'm doing this right now. I really love this game, like I was saying earlier. I kind of want to save that stuff for later. So yes, this is going to be a very short stream. Don't know when I'm going to use that though. So let me just invest some cells into this. I'm normally when you play this game, normally when you play this game, that's not the one I wanted to do, but that's fine. You have to pick up these things called scrolls of power to increase, your strength and extra health and all that. But this time, I'm just gonna try to run through without picking those up. And I'll just see how far I get. Normally when I play this game, it goes for like an hour or so before I die. So let's just see if I can keep that pace up. And I know I said I wasn't going to explain much, but now I really do want to explain some stuff. Wow, I'm... Of course, as soon as I want to explain something, my mind just completely stops because of how quickly I'm running through all these doors. You've never seen this game before? It's not an extremely popular game, which I find kind of surprising because it's a really awesome, well-made game. It was kind of in like early access for a while. And I think it only recently like got released. Pretty sure it's on the Switch now. I don't know if like I don't know if the Switch version is like on the same version as the PC, which I'm playing on now. But I'm sure it's still good, even if it's an earlier version. And I'm trying so hard not to get hit as I go through here because there's certain rooms whenever you go from one level to the next that what is that? Oh, that's money. I mean, not money. Well, technically money, but it's supposed to be health. Okay, so I've defeated 30 enemies without getting hit, which is pretty decent. I actually don't do that very often. I usually get hit much more frequently. Awesome. Why aren't I killing all the enemies? Because I want this stream or this run to be a bit quicker. I don't want to be really thorough and get everything, because here, like that 8 minutes that you saw above the door, means that if I get to this point within 8 minutes, that's very nice. If I get to this point within 8 minutes, then I get that extra stuff, the 20 extra cells. And yeah, I was supposed to kill 60 enemies without getting hit. So if I wasn't just running through ignoring everyone, then I probably could have done that. But it also means that if I'm fighting more enemies, I'm more likely to get hit. So if I just go through quickly, then I know I'm going to get through within the 8 minutes. But if I stop and try to fight everyone, and I play really carefully so I don't get hit, then it's most likely going to take me more than 8 minutes. So that's my idea. I'm sure when I get better at the game and get better weapons and stuff, I'll be able to get both, but I'd rather go for speed rather than kills. And the reason why I'm spending cells but only leaving one until it's finished is that once you put in the last cell and you unlock something, it'll give it to you right here. But I'd rather wait until I know that I want to use that item in this run, and sort of like build or like make a build off of that item, I guess, rather than just kind of use it randomly and then not use it or something. So I feel like I'm underleveled, but I remember reading something in the patch notes about how like the level or the enemies scale with how many scrolls of power you pick up or something, which kind of doesn't make sense, but also kind of makes sense. And I mean, as long as I'm able to kill them quickly like that, then it doesn't really matter how much damage they do to me if I don't get hit. And clearly I'm doing enough damage if I can kill them that quickly. And my favorite thing about this weapon, these sandals, is that like area of effect blast that it does at the end of a combo, because it knocks back enemies, and if it knocks them off an edge, it usually kills them. And apparently it also like deflects bombs. I haven't tested it with arrows or other projectiles. Trying not to get hit, not only because I kind of want to see if I can get that like kill 60 enemies without getting hit thing, but that was actually a little risky because I know at some point this map just ends, so I wasn't sure if there was actually going to be something for me to land on. Alright. And dang, I got hit. And yeah, that did a decent amount of damage. So I know that I can't just run along the top because the exit is apparently usually in like one of the towers near the bottom. Your B2D6 keeps crashing and you can't finish your challenge. Oh no. Let's see. Now, when you say you can't finish it, do you mean like you're not able to beat the challenge and then be able to send it to me, or do you just mean like you can't like finish setting up the challenge or something? Because if you know how you want to challenge me, I could just kind of set up the challenge on my own and then just see if I can beat it. So yeah, let's see. Now, there was one thing. These guys, those dudes in white that keep shooting the energy projectile at me, I am supposed to receive a blueprint from them, and that was the end of the map, which means that the exit is somewhere. Let's see. Anything in here? Electric whip, that is kind of nice, but not what I'm going for. Ooh, I think I'm going somewhere different this time because I had to use a rune that I wouldn't normally have. These guys don't seem to be following me very well. Or like targeting me, I guess. I love when the enemies just very slowly fall off an edge and then just take fall damage. It's fantastic. There's a long drop. Ooh, that's close. Ah, totally should have parried that. And I do have a healing item, or like a healing flask, but I don't really want to use it right now, even though I totally should. Ooh, that could have been the end if I didn't parry that well. I feel like I'm doing really well, but I'm sure as soon as I say that, I'm gonna take a cheap hit and die. You can finish it, but it just keeps crashing, so you can't get the code. Got it. This is actually pretty useful, since I'm stubbornly refusing to use my own healing flask. Let's see, so I got all the way, oh wait, there's a teleporter down here. So what's really cool is that whenever you go down like a long path to get some treasure near the bottom or something, it lets you teleport right back up to the top, so you don't waste too much time trying to find your way back. And I'm just going to heal. Might as well. I've got 2 charges of it. I'm not going to get the scroll of power. Not even sure how the scaling works exactly. But I am taking a bit more time to actually kill people now. Because since I sped past those first 2 areas, I've got plenty of time until the next like deadline, basically. Because after this area is like a mini boss, technically a boss, depending on how you view it. And if I can beat that boss within 15 minutes is when I get the extra cells, which are basically experience points. And if you've played Dark Souls, then it's essentially souls. You know, souls, cells, get it? And this game definitely is not like, oh, dang it, doing so good too. Definitely not like a ripoff or anything. It's a very different game, clearly, but there are also definitely some similarities. And let me grab this, and can use that. Go for that one. I want to get some grenades because the boss kind of has a bit of an annoying mechanic where after you deal a certain amount of damage, he becomes invincible and gets, or like a very temporary shield, but then usually after that shield, he starts doing damage continuously in close range around him. Wait, I can use this. And I've never been able to beat him without taking any damage. I don't usually take a lot of damage, but dang, still no door. How long am I going to stream? Pretty much just until this run ends. Probably just after that boss I'm talking about, because it took me a little bit of time to set up the stream. It's kind of ate into my time that it takes to stream. But I'm kind of surprised it's taking me so long to find the door, or the exit. Is it down here? I think I missed a secret, but that's fine. There we go. The Black Bridge. So this is going to lead me to the mini boss after this little in-between passage where I can heal and stuff. So if I had killed 60 enemies without taking damage, then I would have been able to get 20 more cells. Don't want to use all this. Although, could use that. Let's see. What was that here? Okay, so if I use that one, I'm gonna go for it. I'll use the marksman bow because I'm gonna be dealing damage from a long distance. Let's see. Or I want to be using damage from a long distance rather than... Oh, I didn't use all my souls. I'll just throw them into the health flask. Is the boss giant? It's pretty big. Victims burn when they die. Now behind me. Ammo +3. That's fine. Did not have that much money left over. Alright, and I don't have enough to reset my mutations, which actually wouldn't have really made a difference too much. That's fine. Alright, so hopefully this goes well. So I've got a root bomb, or a root grenade, to root the concierge to a long distance. Yep. Let's see. So running away and shoot him from a distance. But then the problem is that he also has a long distance attack. Like that, which you can't block. You specifically have to dodge. Oh, dang, I wasted that grenade. You have to jump over it. Which can be kind of frustrating. Nope. Yeah, so 40 damage, or 50, versus almost 300 when I shoot him from a distance. Yeah, man. Ah, oh, dang it, I ran right into that. I don't know why. I'm sure I could have done better if I had used a different weapon, but needing to be really far away from him when I do that is not very effective. So yeah, that was actually like one of the first times I've died against that boss recently. I normally do a lot better. I usually make it to what I believe is the end of the game. See who's in there? Yeah, still that dude. So, like deaths. Technically I've only had 20 deaths. 15 by an enemy, 4 by a trap, and 1 during a challenge room. So the monsters... The zombie, yes, has killed me twice. Once was actually on purpose. Totally being honest, once I let him kill me. Scroll down. Undead Archer got me twice. Don't remember those. Kamikaze got me once. That one I remember. That one's really lame. Pirate Captain killed me twice. Shocker got me once. Inquisitor got me once. Golems are the worst. Got me once. Guardian Knight. Don't remember that one. The Concierge. Okay, so he actually killed me twice. Don't remember. But I've killed him 11 times. So, I mean, I think I'm winning on that one. Hand of the King. Pretty sure he killed me 3 times. Because I'm pretty sure I fought him 3 times. Or, no, it was the trap that I fell into that killed me. So... yeah, the game is quite addicting. There's a lot of different paths that you can go through, like from the prisoner's quarters, you can go to the Promenade of the Condemned or the Toxic Sewers. From the Promenade, you can go to the Ramparts. I think you can go to the Ramparts from the Toxic Sewers as well. But then there's also the Ancient Sewers. I don't know why it's so much farther down. I was going to say it might be in the order that I discovered them, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, anyways, this game is a lot of fun, and I really love it. And I would love to play more of it. The only problem is that normally when I play through it, I was going to say stream through it, but this is the first time I'm streaming. Normally when I play through it, it takes me like an hour to get up until that Hand of the King, where I usually die. So yeah. I don't know. If you're interested in me playing it, I could start back from the beginning because I mean, if you're familiar with like Binding of Isaac, it's kind of similar to that game. in the sense that you're kind of just doing the same thing over and over again, even though it's procedurally generated levels, and unlocking more weapons and upgrades and stuff like that. But yeah, let's see. How general total number of games 28. Never finished the game. No, there's no like amount of time spent playing the game. Is that not a thing? I don't know. But anyways, so that's gonna be it for this episode. If I do stream again, looks like I'll be using my explosive crossbow, which is really fun to use. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this stream. Thanks for watching. And where's my mouse? Okay, thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time, which will probably be next week.